What is wrong with the Soviets, man? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and back to the Geoguessr. I've got a, not classic, but a good old tragic or disturbing backstories video for you here. I've only actually done 2 of these. I thought I'd done more. So here's the 3rd one. Yep, we're going to be exploring locations where bombings, murders, industrial, environmental and natural catastrophes has happened, as well as mysterious events of any sort. You guys are going to be able to play along with me to try and beat my score. If you've never done that before, check out how to do that in the description. Now, I never did better than 18,811 points on this because, well, it's hard to play a map like this without moving. You're basically in random locations. Many of these disasters I've never heard of. So it is hard, so I'm not going to aim for a perfect score, because that would involve me searching for hours and hours and hours. But let's try and beat my record, 18,811. And yes, I have returned from my latest straight line mission, and I'm alive. So, yeah, just in case you were wondering. Here we go, let's play this. Here's our first one. I wonder what disaster unfolded here. We're in America. Crown Center Exhibit Hall, and we've got a flag there. I'm not sure what that is. That could be the state, but I'm not sure which state that would be. Even if I could see it in its full unfurled glory, I'm not sure whether I'd get that. But let's keep looking for clues. This is a fairly big city. It feels sort of not southern. Feels like it might be a bit cold, but maybe it's like Midwest, Kansas, something like that. Something, 2nd Boulevard, can't read that. We've just got suggestions of letters there. Oh, that's a big building. And we've got a license plate, but I've forgotten a lot of that really. Maybe it's Illinois. Maybe, which one had sky blue? Illinois. I can't remember, guys. Now, what have we got here? Sheraton, the Westin, 2345 McGee. I mean, we can go into cities and look for the streets and a Sheraton hotel, and that as well, Crown Center Exhibit Hall. But that'll take a little bit of time, just searching each city. But we can do that. What's going on here? It looks like this woman is shouting at the valet boy or reception assistant. Looks like it's slightly heated there based on their stances. You tell your boss, you scratched my car, I want compensation. I don't know what accent that is, so we'll just move on. So maybe it's Chicago if the registration is Illinois. Should we try that? I've got nothing else to do. I've got nothing better, and I certainly don't know what disaster unfolded here. Was there a shooting? The only one I can think of is the one that happened in Vegas. So I'll just quickly go into Chicago and look for a McGee. And I mean, would that be 2nd Boulevard? I don't know if we can use that as such. So it's 2345 McGee. That is the street, isn't it? I bloody hope so. Not finding anything in Chicago at the moment, so where does that put us? Let me try St. Louis quickly. Wait, I've got a better idea. Could it be that this is where the Oklahoma bombings took place? Is that in Oklahoma City? After that, I don't have too many ideas, so fingers crossed. No. Okay, I'm going to try a few more cities. Ooh, I've got a McGee Street. University of this is Kansas City. Come on. I need this. 2345 McGee. How common are McGee Streets? I need the Sheraton. Oh, I've got it. It is Kansas City. I said that near the start, didn't I? Maybe it's like Midwest Kansas, something like that. We've got it, I think. Yeah, Convention Center. That's what that is, isn't it? Exhibit hall. You know, that's... Yeah, Sheraton, Kansas City. You can even see the circle on the top there. So, this is where we are. Many of you will know what happened here. I'm not quite sure at the moment. I'm going to Google each one as we go. So let's make the guess. There we go, 9 yards away. Oh my god, this has got to be it. The Hyatt Regency walkway collapse. On July the 17th, 1981, the Hyatt suffered the structural collapse of 2 overhead walkways loaded with partygoers. The concrete and glass platforms cascaded down, crashing onto a tea dance in the lobby, killing 114 and injuring 216. That is an absolute disaster, isn't it? Are we recording? I think we are, because we've got the red dot here. The icon has changed, so I know that we're recording. It's quite sad, isn't it, really? I'll still probably check. It had only been built just a few years before. God, I could read about this for ages, but we haven't got time. It wasn't built properly. Absolutely insane. Wow. As I say, many of you will know about that, but it was long before I was born. Next round. That was a fascinating one. Okay, this is Europe straight away. I would say the Czech Republic or somewhere like that. I mean, is that a Skoda? Yeah, that is a Skoda. So, no, this isn't necessarily the Czech Republic. It could be, kind of looks a bit like southern Poland actually, but let's have a look. No, I think we've got Czech language there. Perfect score on the first round. Let's see if we can keep it up. I don't think we will here, because this looks like quite an unassuming place, really. I can't imagine what would have gone so terribly wrong. But maybe from these signs we can try and find out what town we're in. Potravini, is that a place? I would say no. I'd say that's the name of the shop. I always find it interesting how in a country where they don't speak good English, you have English cash and carry. So they'll know what that means, I guess. Otherwise, why would it be there? Right, this I think might offer some more clues. I've got to figure out which one looks more like a town name. I think all of these do. Lahodki, Masove. Yeah, these three I think could all be towns, and these are the locations of this, you know, this chain, Taurus, or yeah. Is that in, that could be in the shop. Maybe some sort of, I don't know what it is. I can't even tell what that is. Is that meat? Maybe it's a sort of butcher. I could go into the map. I think this is, well, I'm going to look fairly north because I thought it looked a bit like Poland. I'm thinking up this area here. It's going to take a little bit of searching perhaps, but I'm going to be looking for these towns. God, I hope I'm not just being stupid here. It's been a while. I am rusty, but yeah, I'm going to look for these three place names here. Oh, it's Slovakia. I'm glad I saw that. Milkagro SK, so this is actually Slovakia. Right, that's why it looked. That makes sense. But still, I'd say we're in the north. We're probably the opposite to whatever I say, actually. We're probably in the south, but my instinct is north. So let's try and find these three places. Huh. Okay. Cannot find them for shit, so I'm thinking that they might just be types of food. I don't know, do I? So now what do I do? Maybe Potravini is a place. I'll quickly try that. No. Or if it is, I can't find it. Okay, I'm going to make a guess. Not too far from Poland and not too far from the Czech Republic. And I'm going to go here in Vrutki. Let's try that. It is possible that I've missed all of these things, because I do feel a bit tired and spaced out. Hopefully not. And hopefully I'm not too far away and we don't lose too many points. Here we go. Good. And we are in Kremnica. Good. No, that was a really good guess location-wise. Well, I'm happy with it at least. 28 miles. Right in the middle. In the hills of Slovakia. 4822 points is good. Looks to be quite a touristy place. Let's find out what happened here. Massacres. Oh dear. Committed between... Yeah, World War II. The Hlinka Guard were Slovak paramilitary formations set up to counter the Slovak national uprising. Murdered Jews, Romani people, or suspected Slovak partisans. The majority of the 747 people shot at Kremnica were Jewish. German soldiers involved too. Awful and interesting. Next one. Right. What have we got here? Excepto Pharmacia. We've got German here. Nur Personal mit Genehmigung. German, English, and Spanish by the looks of it. EU plates. Where the hell could this be then? It looks tropical. God, this will be a good one. Chinatown Shopping Centre. It's the Canaries. The Canary Islands, right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I was thinking of Madeira, but that makes more sense. German tourists, English tourists, and then the Spanish locals. It's still in the EU, of course, part of Spain. Looks tropical, or looks hell of a lot further south than any of the rest of Europe. So let's think. This is the Canaries. Canary Islands car. We don't know which island we're on yet. NTE we've got there. Lanzarote? No. We could be on Lanzarote. We could be on Tenerife. Gran Canaria. Any of those. There's not too many of them. We will find this spot. I'm just trying to think what happened here. Was there a plane crash? Was there an earthquake? Volcano? I don't know. I don't know, you know. I can't think. Can't think of any terrorist attack. Well, let's head to all the airports. Here we are in Tenerife first. Airport de Tenerife. Yeah, we're here. He shoots, he scores. There's Chinatown Shopping Centre. That's how I got it. So, are we there or there? I think we're about there. I'm going to click there. And then we're going to find out what on earth happened here. That's a good guess. 4 yards. Tenerife Airport disaster. Right, this is another one that's long ago in the past. Explaining why I've never heard of it. But yeah, it was 2 Boeing 747s collided on the runway at Los Rodeos Airport. God, that sounds calamitous. Well, disastrous, obviously, but calamitous. How does that happen? One plane initiated its takeoff during dense fog, whilst another plane was still on the runway. The impact and resulting fire killed everyone on board the one trying to take off, and the other plane had 61 survivors, total of 583 fatalities. The accident is the deadliest accident in aviation history. Isn't that fascinating? And none of them even took off. Just goes to show, doesn't it? You're not all that safe when you're on the ground. You know, we're scared of when we get up in the air that we might drop, but even when you're on the ground, you're still in a huge flammable metal shell that's travelling at fast speeds and is very vulnerable. Apparently the control tower crew had been listening to a football match on the radio and may have been distracted. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous, isn't it? Eve Meyer, famous model, died in that crash. I'm guessing the victims were mainly Dutch and American. That is awful. God, had a couple of real zingers today, haven't we? Right, number 4. And we are on a remote road. This is going to be extremely hard to get and could damage my score greatly. We are on schedule for a good score though. We should beat my record. Although this one's going to be bad and the last one could be bad. So yeah, it could change at the drop of a hat. The roads feels Russian to me, and you'll have to forgive me because I'm really not sure at the moment. I'm very out of practice. Hydro, www.hydro.dk, Denmark, but that could be travelling. I don't think we're in Denmark, if that even does say DK. So where are we? That is the question. Oh God. Could we be in Scandinavia at all? We've got a big lake there, we've got pine trees. Could we be in southern Sweden? I don't know about the road markings. I can't remember. I can't remember where you get these road markings, and the road's quite potholy. So I'm really not sure about this one. Could we be in Poland? Does look like Poland, to be fair. Maybe we could be around here. Maybe there was some sort of concentration camp around here. I don't think I'm going to think about this too much, guys. I think I'm just going to go Poland. I guess we could be in Estonia or Latvia or Lithuania, but I'm just going to go there because I really don't know. It is Russia. It is Russia. That has messed up the score completely. The road looked Russian, didn't it, by all accounts, but the lorry had me tempted to go for Europe. I mean, the thing is with clicking in Russia as well, you're so unlikely to be near it. This is where we were. This might be hard to Google. Kishtim? What's the nearest place? Chelyabinsk is the nearest city, but I'll type in Kishtim disaster. But I really don't know what could have happened in such a remote area. God, this could be anything, couldn't it, with Russia? I can already read the words radioactive and 1957. So here we go. It was a radioactive contamination accident that happened a plutonium production site for nuclear weapons. Oh, this is the second worst nuclear incident by radioactivity released after the Chernobyl disaster. Of course it is. It is the only disaster classified as level 6 on the International Nuclear Event Scale. 22 villages exposed to radiation, 10,000 people evacuated. I had never heard about this. You only hear about Chernobyl. That is how far radioactive particles were spread. How far is that? It's pretty far. You wouldn't want to live around there. What is wrong with the Soviets, man? Populations of the affected areas were not initially informed of the accident. Why? Why do they have to keep it a secret? It's gonna come out, guys. A week later, they evacuated 10,000 people, still without giving an explanation. Oh, I don't understand that mindset. And obviously we don't know the true number of fatalities because radiation-induced cancer is indistinguishable from any other cancer, and they're not going to be honest about it, are they, anyway? At least 50 deaths, they reckon, were as a result of this. So not too heavy on the death toll front, but a big disaster. The second biggest nuclear accident in history. Last one. We need a good score now if we are to beat my record, because that one was awful. It was an awful guess. I deserved a bad score. This one should be easier though. We're on 5th Street and Austin Ave. And I think we're gonna get clues here. This is the Midwest city of Waco or Waco. The Waco Kid is from here, I believe.
You looking for this?
Keep Waco beautiful. Yeah, it's looking pretty. Yeah, I mean they've churned the sidewalks up, but apart from that, not much litter, to be fair. Some proud citizens. So Waco, we're going to find this straight away. And once again, I don't know what happened here. Is my knowledge of disasters quite small? Is it quite weak, or can I be excused of these because I wasn't alive and they're in other countries? Right, we're going to find this one at the drop of a hat, guys. 5th and Austin. There's Austin, and there is 5th. We're by the Alico building. Wonder if there's any clues here. There's a nightclub there. There was a nightclub, wasn't there? I think that was in Florida where there was a mass shooting. This could be a mass shooting, but I reckon this could be some sort of historic event to do with Indians or Mexicans, the Spanish, or a mixture of those things. Let's find out. There we go, 1 yard away. Thank you very much. And the good news is we've smashed the score. We've smashed the record. 20,498 is what we have achieved today. I'm pretty pleased with that. The bad news is the Waco siege. Oh! No. I watched a documentary on this the other day. The Mount Carmel Center, but that's not in the middle of Waco. David Koresh, yeah, I know all about that. We're having to do some digging here because the Waco siege is dominating the searches. Ah. A deadly, deadly tornado struck the heart of the downtown area of Waco in 1953. Deadliest since 1900. 30 people were killed when a 6-story furniture store collapsed. Wow, yeah. Yeah, this is where it happened. Look, there's the Alico building. So it was this area here where the building collapsed. Terrible. Another thing we don't have to worry about up in cozy old Britain. Huge F5 tornadoes sweeping through. And similarly to the hotel collapse, it's more crushed people, crushed by debris in that last one. Terrible stuff. But that was cool. That was interesting. Very much so. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Not only if you've got any interesting facts or bits of information about those disasters, or simply let me know how you did. Did you beat my score? Did you get a perfect score? I doubt it. But nonetheless, thank you so much for playing along. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you for the next vid. Take care.